Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on request. This is St Petersburg Stitch and it was requested a couple times, so I decided to do it. And considering Christmas is not too far along now, I thought we might as well start working on presents. So I'm just doing this. This is double St Petersburg Stitch. I will show you how to do one and then we're gonna add the second side to turn it into this gorgeous bracelet. Say I used like Christmassy colors here, but today I'm gonna work on different color combo. Here I used two different colors of 8/0s and some 15/0s. Today we're gonna work as well with the same sizes, but here I used all Miyukis. I'm using Czech 8/0s as the main color instead of green. I'm using this Matsuno Dyna Mites 8/0s as this embellishment color. Say here I'm using red. Today I'm gonna be using this clear crystal. And instead of gold 15/0s, I'm gonna be using clear crystal silver lined. These are Tohos. So I'm using all different brands again. And you'll need clasp. So I used gold to match the gold picots I did there. But today we're gonna use a silver tone clasp. And you will need 2 jump rings to attach the clasp to your bracelet. And from the tools, you will need 2 pliers to open and close the jump rings. I'm using curved nose pliers and chain nose pliers. Then you'll need scissors to cut the thread. Then you'll need your beading needle. I'm gonna be using size 10. You'll need beading thread. I'm using white Nymo size D. And you'll need a stop bead. So that's all the materials you need. Thread your needle with 2 yards and then we'll get to work. So I have my beads ready. I thread my needle with 2 yards. Now we're gonna take the stop bead, drop it down and leave a tail of about 6-7 inch. That's to attach the clasp later on. And then take your needle back through the stop bead so it will stay in place. That's it. And now we're gonna get to work. So pick up 5 8/0s, drop it down to your stop bead, and take your needle through the second and third bead. See the first one, you leave it out, go through the second and third bead and pull your needle. And that's what you have. I'm just gonna go ahead, hold these beads and pull my thread a bit so these beads stay next to that last bead that's left at the bottom. And now I'm gonna pick up 1 embellishment bead, which I'm using clear crystal 8/0, and then 3 15/0s. So that's what I have. 1 embellishment bead and 3 15/0s. And then I'm gonna drop it down. This is what I have. And I'm gonna take my needle through this embellishment bead and through 3 8/0s here at the bottom. And pull your thread. So there at the top, you should have a picot ready. So you have a picot with 3 15/0s. And now, here I am. I'm gonna pick up 1 more embellishment bead and then go through these 2 8/0s. And we have the start of our St. Petersburg stitch. Now, before I continue further on, this is not mandatory step, but this is what I like to do. I like to reinforce it. So what I'm gonna do before I continue, I'm gonna go down these 2 beads. And then I'm gonna go up these 2 beads. So I'm back to where I am supposed to be. So I just reinforced it. This is not mandatory, but I like to do it because I think this stitch is so loose and, you know, it doesn't hurt to reinforce. And now we continue from there. So what I do from now on, it's repetitious until you get your full length. So I'm going to show you a couple times. So from here, you're gonna pick up 4 ATOs. You're gonna drop it down. This is what you have. And now you're gonna go through your first and second bead. See this the 4 beads you added? You're gonna go up through the first and second bead. And then you pull your needle through. And this is what you have. And what I like to do, you're just gonna hold this beads with your thumb and pull your thread. So it's gonna drop down these beads next to these beads here. And then you're gonna pick up 1 embellishment bead and 3 15-ohs. And then drop it down. And then you're gonna go back through the embellishment bead and through 3 ATOs. Okay. And then pull your thread. And you should have a picot at the top. Then you're gonna pick up 1 embellishment bead and go up these 2 beads. And that's how you do it. On and on and on, that's how you do it. But before I continue, again, I like to reinforce it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go down these 2 beads. And then I'm gonna go up these 2 beads. And then again, you're gonna pick up 4 ATOs. You're gonna drop it down. So this 4 beads you just added, you're gonna take your needle through the first and through the second bead. Hold the beads in place and pull your needle through. And that's what you end up with, sort of a ladder stitch. And then hold those beads in place and pull your thread. So that's what gonna do, it's gonna drop down those beads next to the units here. And then you're gonna pick up 1 embellishment bead and 3 15-ohs. And then drop it down. And then you're gonna go through the embellishment bead and through 3 ATOs. And pull your needle through. And you should have a picot forming at the top. And then you're gonna pick up 1 more embellishment bead and then go through these 2 ATOs. And that's how you continue on and on and on. So I'm gonna show you one more time. Before I do that, I'm gonna reinforce my unit. So I'm gonna go down these 2 beads and then go up these 2. And one more time, you pick up 4 ATOs, drop it down. Of these 4 beads, you take your needle through the first and second bead. Hold the beads in place, pull your needle through. You end up with this ladder stitch unit. Hold the beads in place, pull your thread, drops down the beads next to your other units. You pick up 1 embellishment bead and 3 15-ohs. Drop it down. And then go back through the embellishment bead and through 3 ATOs. Pull your needle through. Make sure those 15-ohs look like a picot at the top. If not, you can just, adjust it with your needle a bit. And then pick up 1 more embellishment bead and go up these 2 ATOs. And that's how easy it is to make St. Petersburg stitch. That's basically it. But today we're not just doing 1 row, we're making double. So you're gonna continue on and on and on until you have your required length, and then I'm gonna meet you back here and then we're gonna do the second row. So I went ahead, finished the full length, and look how dainty the colors are. I think it's a really nice combo. So this is St. Petersburg stitch. That's it. That's easy. And you just add your clasp and you have yourself a bracelet. but I'm not stopping there. I'm gonna add another layer on this side, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So here I just finished the whole row, reinforced those units again, and just took my needle and got myself a new thread. Again, I took 2 yards, and what I'm gonna do, see at the beginning we have a stop bead. Now I can remove that stop bead just carefully so I don't damage the thread yet. Okay, see, it's all in place there. And now I'm gonna take my thread, take it through the stop bead, leave about 6-7 inch on this side as well, and take my needle through the stop bead one more time. So when we're doing the second row, the process is very similar. You do the same process, but in the end, when you are adding the embellishment bead at the bottom, you don't add a new one, you just connect it to this one. So I'm gonna explain you how to do it. So first, I'm gonna pick up 5 ATOs. I'm gonna drop it down. I'm gonna go through the second and third bead. Pull my thread. This is what I have. Then I'm gonna pick up 1 embellishment bead and 3 15-ohs. Drop it down. And this is what I have. And then I'm gonna take my needle down the embellishment bead and through 3 ATOs and pull my thread, and then you should have a picot at the top. If not, then you just help the beads to get into picot shape. And now here, when we were starting the first row, what we did, we picked up a new embellishment bead and added it here, but we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do, see where I am now, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my needle through the embellishment bead on this side, the first one. Take my needle through. It's a bit awkward to start off, but you can manage it. So that's what I have. I have my unit here. I took my needle through the embellishment bead here on this side, and what I have to do now is go up through these 2 beads. Hold everything in place and pull your needle. And that's what you end up with. See? And before I continue, I reinforce my unit again, just like we did on the other side. So what I do, I'm gonna go down these 2 beads here, pull my needle, and go up these 2 beads and pull my needle nice and tight. And that's how it looks like. And from now on, it's very repetitious. I'm gonna pick up 4 ATOs. I'm gonna drop it down. See? So these 4 ATOs I just added, I'm gonna go up through the first and second bead and pull my needle through. And that's what you end up with. Gonna hold the beads in place with my fingers and pull the thread. So all those beads are dropped down to other beads. And then pick up 1 embellishment bead and 3 15-ohs. Drop it down. And then I'm gonna go down through the embellishment bead and through 3 ATOs. And pull your thread. So you should have a picot formed at the top there. And now here, I would have to add 1 embellishment bead to go up here, but I don't add. I'm just gonna use the one on this side. Take it through the embellishment bead and up through these 2 ATOs. and pull your needle through. And that's we have second unit. And before we continue, I'm gonna reinforce. I'm gonna go down these 2 beads, pull my needle through, pull it nice and tight, and up these 2 beads. I'll pull my needle through and pull it nice and tight. And that's how you continue on and on and on until you finish the whole length again. I'm gonna show you one more time, and then from there you can continue on your own. If you still don't understand, just rewind, because every single unit is done exactly the same way. So I'm gonna pick up 4 ATOs. I'm gonna drop it down. So from these 4 beads I just added, I'm gonna go up the first and second bead. Hold the beads in place and pull my needle through. And that's what you end up with. Just pull your thread nice and tight. Pick up 1 embellishment bead and 3 15-ohs. Drop it down. Go down the embellishment bead and 3 8-ohs. And pull your needle through, and you should have a picot at the top. And now here, I'm gonna go through the embellishment bead on this side. And up these 2 beads on this side. And that's it. That's how you do every single unit. But what I like to do, I just like to reinforce a bit. Go down these 2 beads. And go up these 2 beads. So you just continue until you reach the same length you have on this side. And then I'm gonna meet you back here, and I'm gonna show you how to attach the clasp. And that's how it looks like. Isn't it gorgeous? Look. Really pretty. Now all we have left is to attach the clasp, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So as you can see here, I finished as well. I just added the last unit. It came out of that last embellishment bead at the center and up these 2 beads. So from there, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go down these 2 beads, pull my needle through. I'm gonna go up 1 bead here, see these 2 beads, I just came out of the 1, and then I'm gonna pick up 4 15-ohs, and then I'm gonna go down this one here. And that's it. That's what I have. And then I'm gonna go down this embellishment bead here. Basically, I want to get rid of this tail now. And all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go up 1 bead here, go down several beads here. I'm just following the thread path, see, downwards. I'm gonna go up 1 bead here, down several beads here, but let's say I'm gonna come out of 2 beads down here, pull my thread nice and tight. I'm gonna pick up the thread between the beads here, under the thread, leave a small loop, take my needle through the loop, and pull my thread nice and tight, and then go down some beads here. Then I'm gonna go up 1 bead, go a couple beads down here, make my second knot, then down the beads here. Then I'm gonna go up all the beads all the way to the top through the embellishment bead. And then here I can use my scissors and cut the thread. And now I'm gonna thread this second tail I have here. And now here I am. I'm gonna go down these 2 beads. I'm gonna go up 1 bead here. And then I'm gonna reinforce this 4 15 rows I just added. So I'm gonna go up the 2, go down the 2, just going through those 15 rows we added, and get rid of this tail. So I'm just gonna go down these 2 beads here, and just like I did with this tail, get rid of this tail, and then I'm gonna meet you back here. Get rid of the tail, and look, we just have a teeny tiny loop here. Now we're gonna do the same on this side. So I'm just gonna go ahead, remove this top bead, thread this one of the tails. I'm just gonna pick up this one, and I'm just gonna hold down this tail for now. I'm gonna pick up 4 15 rows, and I'm gonna go down the 3 beads here, pull my needle through, then I'm gonna go up. See, here I am, I'm gonna go up 1 bead, and I'm gonna go down some beads here. Basically, all you have to do now is get rid of this tail, and then I'm gonna meet you back here. I went ahead, got rid of the tail, and I have this one left. So I'm gonna go ahead, thread my needle, and all I have left to do, here I am, I'm just gonna take my needle through all these 4 15 rows we added. And now all you have to do is get rid of the tail. So you just go down some beads here. I'm gonna go down 3, 11, well, I'm gonna go down 3 11 rows, 8 rows. I'm gonna go up 1 here, go down some, let's say 3 beads here, make 1 knot, go up 2 more beads, go down 1 bead here, I'm just gonna go down all the way down here. Can switch to this side. Here I'm gonna make 1 more knot, take my needle under the beads here, leave a small loop, take my needle through, pull my thread nice and tight, and I'm just gonna take it all the way up to the picot here. Pull my needle and just get rid of the tail at the very base. And you got rid of all the tails. So all we have to do, I'm gonna take the jump rings and the clasp, and I need my pliers. I'm gonna take one of the jump rings, I'm gonna go ahead, open the jump ring. I'm gonna take the clasp, see the tiny loop we made? I'm gonna take that loop through the jump ring, and I'm gonna take one of the sides of the clasp, and I'm gonna close the jump ring. And the second side, I'm gonna pick up the second jump ring, open it up, take this bracelet, the second loop on the second side we made, take the bar and close the jump ring. And that's it. And that's how you make your St. Petersburg bracelet. Here's like summery color. I think it's really pretty. I think this lilac, I think you call it periwinkle or something. It's my favorite color nowadays. I really like it, especially after I made the chenille bracelet with it. And here is the Christmassy colors. Aren't they gorgeous? So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. As you can see, it's not a very complicated stitch. It's very repetitious, and it's a teeny tiny units, you know, that you have to repeat over and over again. So it's quite easy to memorize. And I try to, you know, end the clasps like in a very, you know, unnoticeable way. I like neat ends. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.